Police have fired tear gas at thousands of demonstrators outside Georgia's parliament, where legislation critics claim could silence dissent has been provisionally approved. Protesters waved Georgian and EU flags as they tried to block entrances to the building. They say they're defending free speech. The Foreign Agents Law requires organisations to state whether they are funded from abroad. Well, we can now speak to George Jolagua. He's Associate Professor of Media and Communications at Caucus University. Thank you for joining us on the programme. So these demonstrations started out as a protest against this proposed legislation, but they've now grown. Just give us the wider picture of what's happening there in Georgia.
Good morning. I'm glad to be with you. The wider picture, just last evening, the President of the European Commission said that Georgia is at the crossroads, and that's exactly the accurate description of what is going on in Tbilisi. There is a feeling that Georgia is on the crossroads, and of course all these protests are a reflection on this shift in Georgian foreign policy, which the ruling party has offered the society.
And Georgia really right now is at a crossroads because you have the EU, which is opposed to this legislation. And of course, Georgia has candidate status to join the EU. But Russia, on the other hand, is supporting the government. Just explain to us the position that Georgia finds itself in.
There are several important issues about this bill. First, it will oppress the civil society and the free media. And the second important is to consider the timing when this bill is proposed, because just in December last year, Georgia was granted EU candidate status, and which means that likely the negotiations for EU membership are going to open up quite soon. And just in this period, Georgian ruling party proposes a bill which is condemned by all the EU highest officials. I mean, they are very openly and clearly stating that adopting this bill will not bring Georgia closer to Europe, but it will actually take it quite farther from EU membership. And on the other hand, of course, we see statements by Russian officials being quite sympathetic towards this bill, and Russian state media, which is openly praising Georgian government. And of course, this is one of the major reasons of frustration of public, because still this kind of radical shift from the path of European Union integration was not expected, probably.
Thank you very much, George Jolagua, Associate Professor at Caucus University.